Hey everyone, just still catching up on my reading challenge. I think I'm got to read one more book this week, or maybe two. Um, this week it's Changing Your Story: 20 Life Lessons Drawn from Elite Sport by Bill Beswick. This was published in 2021, so last year. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty breezy read. It's about 190 pages. Bill Beswick was a former athlete who became a performance psychologist, so pretty interesting there. He's broken it up into the 20 lessons, and he's got some quite nice, I'm just trying to find one, some quite nice quotes, that he attaches to the end of each lesson with sort of strategies into how to put these lessons into action. I'll read a couple of quotes out of it. I think, where are we? You can often succeed with limited talent, but never with limited attitude. Performance begins in the head, and successful people think differently from unsuccessful people. Once your attitude is right, good performance is much more likely to follow. And the good news is that though improving your talent can be difficult and take time, you can boost your attitude significantly at any time you choose. So sort of that vibe through the whole book. There's a couple of really interesting, this is a really interesting case study done by a psychologist, a performance psychologist in the US. The professor told the students he was going to challenge them to walk along the beam, which was set at 2 feet off the ground, a relatively easy task. Before they started to come up to the beam, he asked them to write down the questions going through their mind. Although some were more confident than others, everybody succeeded in crossing the beam. Without commenting, the professor then set the balance beam at 4 feet, a more difficult challenge. Again, the students had to review the questions going through their mind. At this stage, 4 students opted out, but the rest completed the task. Finally, the professor set the beam at 6 feet from the ground, and after reviewing their mindset, the challenge was met and completed by just 6 students. Having been challenged to perform in such an unusual environment, the students would then set the task of collaborating and identifying the most common questions that influenced their decisions when faced by the increasing height of the beam. They had reported back there were 5 questions that they had faced. 1. Do I want to do this? 2. Can I do this? 3. What do others expect of me? 4. What if I fail? 5. What if I succeed? The professor explained that the key to performance success was whether an individual could answer those questions positively in a way that allowed them to perform. If not, the individual's mind would not commit to the challenge and they would opt out. Those students, had they attempted the higher beams, might well have succeeded, but their doubts and fears were getting in their own way and preventing commitment to the challenge. The lesson that the professor illustrated with the beam exercise was teaching the students that all performance begins with the mind. Pretty interesting. Okay. Negative self-talk is a difficult problem in sport, where athletes often seek an impossible level of perfection and constantly feel the fear of failure. Words determine how we feel, and the critical voice in our head can burden us with disempowering emotions, self-doubt, helplessness, confusion, fear, and so on. Positive self-talk, however, can create empowering emotions such as excitement, confidence, drive, and persistence. Some believe that Barack Obama won the US presidency on the power of the words "I can" and "we will." So, pretty light reading, really. The chapters are really short. If you're interested in sports psychology, this is probably a good entrance book. It was quite nice. The last couple of books I've read have been unrelated to sort of personal development and success in business. So it was nice to sort of go back to looking at business and success and stuff. So I quite enjoyed this. And it was a really light, easy read. I read it in maybe 3 sittings. So pretty good. So yeah, 20 Life Lessons by Bill Beswick. Check it out.